All she wrote, all she wrote. Good night is over with, that's all she wrote. It's stupid how I go and knowing everybody knowing that I'm so in love, the game is stronger like that anymore. Eventually, see they can't be getting where they join.
No, read the title. Take this time to read the title and realize that this is not the full episode of Showtime All Access. If you realize it and if you process what you read, you'll see that this video is not 30 minutes long. You'll also see that it says review, and you'll also see that the channel says TstreeT Controversy Live, not Showtime. So what I want to say is, listen, I'm going to provide you with the information that Showtime, CBS, ESPN, Yahoo, Boxing Scene, and all those other websites or platforms cannot provide for you. And I'm going to say that I'm TstreeT Controversy. I call the show TstreeT Controversy Live. And what we're going to talk about here on August the 30th of 2014 is Showtime All Access Mayweather versus Maidana II. Now, if you don't know what that is, All Access is like 24/7, okay? It's HBO 24/7, then it's Showtime All Access. Showtime All Access is closing the gap. It's a very, very good docu-reality drama leading up to the fight, weeks before the fight. So, this episode, the first episode of Mayweather versus Maidana II Showtime All Access, I'm going to give an 8 out of 10. Why? Because this episode had to show something different from what the epilogue was. The epilogue is the All Access show that's after the fight, so it comes on a week after the fight, and is as well played or aired with the replay of the fight. So what I'm going to say to you is, to move forward. See, the show is produced by Floyd Mayweather. The show is produced by Showtime Sports, Steven Espinoza. If you're going to talk boxing with me, you got to know your names, and you got to know your factions, and you got to know how the politics are involved before you start criticizing me for what I'm talking about, because in the next 30 seconds, shit is about to get real. So I'm getting the general footwork out the way to tell you that, listen, yesterday was my birthday. I probably slept 6 hours in the last 48, but what I'm telling you is this. Listen, I do nothing but watch fights all day long, no matter what I do. I live for you. So when you subscribe to my channel, I provide a service, and that service is filling you in on this shit, and taking out all that bullshit and just spitting it back out to you. No disrespect, I don't want to spit on you, but what I'm saying is this. Listen, I'm picking Marcos Maidana to defeat Floyd Mayweather. I know I almost stuttered right there because I was like, it's done now. But I'm picking Marcos Maidana to defeat Floyd Mayweather because he did it for the fans. He laid on the ropes and allowed Marcos Maidana to throw 800 plus punches at him, even though Marcos Maidana missed close to 600, if not over 600 punches. The punch stats are right below. He tells us that he allowed himself to do that. This is a man who says that his health comes first. So, not to get too deep in that situation, because I've done probably 10, 20 videos on it, but what I'm trying to say is, why put yourself in that situation and all that? That's your career. Why allow yourself to take that punishment? Now listen to me. Punches on the arms, punches on the elbow, punches on the neck, punches on the back, punches like on the side, if it hits the back of the elbow and the side at the same time, it's not considered as a legal punch. But what I'm telling you is, as a human being, this is not a video game. This is not a practice dummy. This is a human being. So if you're getting hit on the arm, on the neck, on the side, on the wrist, eventually that shit's going to start hurting. It's still a part of your body. You're literally getting tenderized. So what I'm saying is, you're doing this for the fans. Why take that risk? Now, what I'm saying to you here, fans, is listen, Freddie Roach has been talking about it for quite some time now. Freddie Roach has been saying that Floyd Mayweather's legs are gone. Now, I'm not saying take Freddie Roach, seriously, but what I'm telling you is this. When you're fighting an awkward fighter like Marcos Maidana that throws punches from every single goddamn place. Now, what I'm saying to you is that if Floyd Mayweather moves as far as lateral movement, uses his feet and uses his footwork and moves around the ring like he did against Saul Canelo Alvarez, he also has to incorporate that head movement defense to avoid all that crazy shit. So this is what I'm saying to you. All the crazy shit Maidana was throwing. This is what I'm saying to you. I feel the reason, what I'm basing my prediction off is I don't think Mayweather can do the foot movement and then do the head movement that he had to do in the first fight at the same time. So what I'm saying is, people are saying, oh, well, Floyd's going to just beat him easy this time. Floyd's just going to move around the ring and keep it in the middle of the ring. Why? It's because basically, I mean, that's what we expect him to do. That's what he's supposed to do. But this is a man that's more towards the age of 38 years old. Everyone's not Bernard Hopkins. Everyone's not Juan Manuel Marquez. This is not just an opinion I'm just coming up with. With the reputation I have with a lot of Floyd Mayweather, I'm talking about soul Floyd Mayweather fans, is that I'm a coon, Sambo. This is what I'm called, a coon, Sambo ass house nigga. So what I'm saying is that me being an African American, or me being the dark-skinned man that I am, I'm supposed to root for Floyd Mayweather and support everything he does because he's a brother. That's not how I roll. Because when I watch those All Accesses and before the show, the HBO 24/7s, when I see the interviews and I just see that, you know, I think to myself, like, you know, what is it about this dude? Am I really TstreeT Controversy Live? Am I really a hater? Or is it something that I'm seeing, and what I'm seeing is a very ignorant and a very arrogant man that's on top of the sport, and he's not using his influence for the better of the sport and the better of the world. So the way I think is, I see a man with all that money, I see a multi-millionaire, and I think to myself, he's not happy. You see on the first episode of All Access, you see the woman and you think like, well, wait a minute. That's not Bad Medina. If you don't know who Bad Medina is, that's what I'm telling you what I do. Bad Medina is the woman that's supposed to be after Miss Chantel, the beautiful and glorious Miss Chantel Jackson. But I'm not even going to get into all that. People want to say it's gossip and all that bullshit. Fuck you. You know, this is the shit that people want to know and they need to know, because when he fought Marcos Maidana on the first time, he fought Marcos Maidana, and I said, he got too much shit going on. You know, why the week before the biggest fight, now that we see of his career, the fight that he almost could have, he was close to losing, I said the fight was a draw, so let's just clear that shit up, whatever, that's my opinion. But why is he on a radio show crying about Miss Jackson, basically? Do your research. Just look at radio show week before Mayweather Maidana won. Simple as that. Do your research. And I'm thinking, like, this woman has really got him pussy whipped. That's what they call it, pussy whipped. You know, we've all been whipped before. I've been whipped. Trust me, Lord knows the sweet nectar of certain vaginas. As a man, I'm a 31-year-old man, and before it just was the vagina. I understand that, Floyd. I see Miss Jackson right now, and I did a live video streaming, earmuffs, 3, 2, 1. I did a live video streaming that said, I will lick Miss Jackson's asshole. And you know why? Because that's how I'm comfortable with myself. And that would be after a clean shower, of course. So what I'm saying is that when I do my videos, a lot of times I like to experiment, and I like to say, I'm back on the money team. I used to be on the money team, you know, then I got kicked out, so long story. But I like to say, you know what, let me act like Big Bro Floyd, but on a lower level. Sometimes I like to boast. Sometimes I take a page out of Floyd Mayweather book, and you know what I do? I said, you know what? I'm going to sit around, I'm going to boast how many subscribers I have. I'm going to talk about stuff that I have. And I just want to see, you know, like, well, why can the rich people talk about it, but the people that's getting there to try to be the rich people can't talk about it? Because why? In a society, we don't support, well, it's not known to support people until you get there. You get all the support when you get there. You get a lot of brick walls on your way to getting there. You know, and I can, you know, tell stories of that for days. But what I'm trying to say to you boxing fans is, how can I put it? This channel is exactly 30 days old. This channel, TstreeT Controversy Live. As you see the number, if you're watching this video on August the 30th of 2014, you'll see there's something like 3,700 subscribers. That's more than 100 people per day. That's more than 100 people per day saying, you know what, I'm going to make sure I subscribe to listen to this dude. Because why? Hard work, dedication. And then with that hard work, dedication, there comes haters. And then with that haters, you know, it comes with the territory. Now with who I am, I'm a competitive dude. So when I see a young, hungry lion out there, I think to myself, when it comes to YouTube videos, my number one sole goal and purpose, even if I don't sleep, and so help me God, I'll sleep when I'm dead. But I'm not going to stop until I get there, because why? My goal is to be TBE. I'm not TBE yet. And then when I look at Floyd Mayweather, and I look at how could you let Manny Pacquiao, how could you play around with all that money? The fact that I'm predicting, predicting Floyd to lose to Maidana, that $100 million is pretty much out the window. Why gamble with that? Why gamble with not fighting Pacquiao and letting all that money go out the window? Why not, if you're Floyd Mayweather, wouldn't you just say, listen, now this is if I was Floyd Mayweather. Now, don't trust me. People say I'm a hater, but being a hater, as I define, is being jealous and wanting to be Floyd Mayweather. I don't want to be that fake ass nigga. Because and you probably don't understand what I'm saying, but I'm going to review every single episode of All Access, and I'm going to give a preview before, and we're going to get deep into this shit. But I don't want to. No. I don't want to have people on payroll. I don't want to have a whole bunch of fake people around me. And then what if the money gone? What if I can't get that chick those bags? She gonna be cool those first couple weeks, maybe months, maybe years. And I'm talking about from Floyd Mayweather, and I go broke. Maybe a couple of years, but after a while, they're gonna call her. She ain't gonna be coming around no more. Because you don't got that $12,000 bag to give her. You know, you don't got that diamond encrusted mask to give her. You can't get her to watch this. And what about all those dudes? Where all those people come from that's walking around in your house, Floyd? Well, did you grow up with these people? I wonder sometimes if Floyd walk around his house and just like, yo, dog, where you? And they're like, oh, I'm with Jamal. You know, and Jamal said he get, you know, you put the t-shirts on the table, the money to the t-shirts. So, you know, but what I'm trying to say is that there's a certain perception that when you're, as I talked about earlier in the video, when you're a colored person, you're wrong for calling out the faults in another black man. I see a very powerful black man, and I think, my God, so much you can be doing and you're not doing it. And then you go and do an interview, even though the interview was old. Yes, I know the interview was old, but even though the interview was old, you know, Hatman Boxing exposed it. Basically, it's been around for about close to 2 years or so. But for him to go out and talk about, you know, like, what has Africa ever done for me? Okay, you can think all that shit up here, but that's when I talk about the ignorance of why would you even say some dumb shit like that? You know, or when it comes to Showtime All Access, episode 1 of Mayweather versus Maidana 1, the life, he had like all the women around, and we know this was the time he was having to beef with Miss Jackson and everything. And what I saw that it was all a front. He was trying to show her something, you know, like reach out to her and say, look, I'm cool without you. But turns out he really wasn't. When I was talking about it in my videos, people were like, you're gossiping. He don't care about her. You don't know what you're talking about. And then one day before the weigh-in of his fight, he goes on that radio show and just starts crying. But people say you're a gossiper and all that. Come on, why would you you dedicate a whole show showing these women, you know, you get massages and everything, you're squeezing asses, and my God, they're glorious asses. But then I look at myself and I think like, well, wait a minute, what are these women around for? See, maybe people don't think like that no more. You know, like I get too paranoid, and I couldn't just have people around me like what I have to think like, well, why are you around? How long have you been around? Whose friend are you? Where'd you come from? Where did I meet you? Did I just say, hey, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm Floyd Mayweather, come over to my crib. Here, you can stay here now. Here, have his bag. And then all of a sudden, now how does see, when I joined the money team, I was rooting for Floyd Mayweather. I was rooting for Floyd Mayweather to defeat Saul Canelo Alvarez because this was the time I had stopped drinking, you know, because I had did the most dumbest thing in the world, you know, and my mind wasn't right. I picked Robert Guerrero to defeat Floyd Mayweather because my heart was filled with sin, vice, and Grey Goose. So now when I picked Marcos Maidana, because remember, I picked Marcos Maidana to defeat Floyd Mayweather. I picked Floyd Mayweather to defeat Marcos Maidana in the first fight. But I was trying to explain to people, just like I did with Adrian Broner, you got to go back and watch my videos on Into the Arena. I said Marcos Maidana is no joke. Marcos Maidana, and I did read a comment. I forgot who you are, but Marcos Maidana. I said Marcos Maidana in one of my videos. He will punch you in the dick. And I said this before Floyd ever stepped into the ring with him. I said Marcos Maidana is not coming to fight. You know also what I said? I said Floyd Mayweather is not the type of fighter. You don't go out there, you try to mix it up with him. Now listen to me, listen to me. Listen to the profane language that I'm about to use. When you fight Floyd Mayweather, you got to go out there and you got to fuck him up. You hear what I'm saying? It's not about boxing. You got to beat his ass. And what I'm saying is you got to go to the depths of hell like Marcos Maidana did to be able to get a chance to beat Floyd. You're not going to match you with hand speed. You're not going to do it. No. So I understand how fans would say, oh, this is the sweet science and everything like that. But at the same time, that's what the referee is for. So we got Kenny Bayless now, and I think like, well, how many times is Floyd Mayweather going to call Kenny Bayless' name? It was, I'm not going to say every time, that would have been, over-exaggerated. But there was multiple times during the first fight where Floyd would be in like a tussle with Maidana, and he'd be looking at Tony, like, why you calling that man name? He a referee, and then Tony, but all right. That whole, So what I'm thinking is Kenny Bayless has a lot of pressure, but Kenny Bayless is one of the most respected boxing referees in boxing today. So I'm hoping that he's not in. I'm hoping that he lets Marcos Maidana fight his fight, and he's not, how can I say, Vic Draculich in the situation as far as injecting himself too much into the action and like just keep breaking because it's like, oh, I want to make sure I keep my job refereeing Floyd Mayweather fights because there's a good chance Tony Weeks is not going to get another Floyd Mayweather fight, and that's just boxing politics, But what I'm saying is that I don't want Kenny Bayless to be too overly reffing the fight. Like, let the fighters fight, and don't let Floyd dictate to you. If you're watching this video, don't let Floyd start calling your name and everything. My God, I'm so tired. It's only 11:15 exactly Eastern Standard Time. TstreeT Controversy. Please subscribe. I'm going to be here for like another 2 minutes because I already know what the comments going to look like. See, let me explain this. When it comes to my previews and my reviews of HBO 24/7s and All Access, I try not to let it go over 20 minutes so people won't think it's the real episode, because I know that there's people that see my titles and they don't read the title all the way through, and they think I'm just coming up here like, ha, I'm cheating you for views. Ha, gotcha. You thought this was the real HBO 24/7 All Access? No, it's not. It's not about that. I market myself, but I'm not a sleazebag. So, moving on. I might as well just stay here for a couple more minutes. Moving on. The glove situation, ladies and gentlemen. The gloves. Now, Marcos Maidana will be wearing Everlast Power Lock gloves. Now it's crazy, the name is Power Lock, 2 Lock. Marcos Maidana's Power Up. But, they're the general foam gloves. It's nothing wrong with the gloves, but there was a rumor that Marcos Maidana, got a burp, sorry. There was a rumor that Marcos Maidana was paid $1.5 million to not wear his horsehair MX gloves. Now, the MX gloves are gloves that are preferred by Mexican boxers, and MX gloves are the gloves that basically Robert Garcia and Marcos Maidana has been talking about as far as let us use our gloves, because inside those gloves there's a mixture of foam and horsehair. So what I'm saying to you is that the MX gloves, the horsehair gloves, you feel a lot more knuckle, because after a while, especially if you keep using them, punching on somebody, it starts to form, around your knuckle. So they're categorized as being the puncher's glove, but also your hand is at higher risk of being injured. So the harder you throw your punch, yes, there is an advantage of, okay, I'm going to be hitting this person with a lot more knuckle. And they're legal gloves. They're legal gloves by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, NSAC. You see them written on people's gloves. But Mayweather using his A side, and I'm not saying there's a problem with that. Him using his A side, dictating the fight, is not allowing Marcos Maidana to use his gloves. Now, here's what I say. If the commission approves the gloves, then why are you not using your gloves? And to look at Marcos Maidana, I say to myself, well, why are you not using your gloves? That further makes me believe that you are getting paid. So it's like, if the commission saying you can use your gloves, and the Nevada State Athletic Commission is saying you can use your gloves, then why are you not using your gloves? It's something else you're not telling us. Now, Al Heyman is a very powerful man. I'm going to save that for another video. But, it's just so much, going on. Now, I got to pay for Floyd Mayweather fights and all boxing fights regardless. I'm a boxing fan, but also I provide a double service of promoting the fight in such a way. Like I said, the things I'm telling you is all out there. You can go find on your own. You can go do some research, Google any topic that I talked about in this video, and you can go find information on your own. But why's my upper lip sweating? What the hell's going on? Oh, beard. But I'm saying this. It feels like something in my ear. What is going on in this video? But what I'm saying is this. With all the controversy surrounding this fight, from Floyd Mayweather insinuating that he was having sexual relations with Tiny Harris, that's T.I.'s wife, with the 50 Cent Instagram, Facebook beef, whatever that is going on, with the Miss Jackson thing, with the Nelly thing, with the reading thing, with the radio show, with the abortion, with the payroll people, with hiring of Alex Ariza. I did a video solely on that. And the reason why I did that video solely on that, because of the hypocrite, it's just, you accused Manny Pacquiao of being, or you insinuated Manny Pacquiao was on performance-enhancing drugs. But then yet, the strength and conditioning coach that would have been distributing the performance-enhancing drugs to him at that time, you were accusing him of, when he was knocking out those bigger fighters, you were now working with him. So what I'm saying is that people are saying, oh, he just with him because the Manny Pacquiao fight is going to be happening. He just trying to find out the inside details on Manny Pacquiao and Marcos Maidana. Fuck all of that. He accused the whole reason. Break everything down to the foundation. The whole reason why he hasn't fought Manny Pacquiao is because of blood test. It's because the insinuation of Pacquiao was juicing. So you accuse him of being juicing, and that man that was training him during that time, when you was accusing him of juicing, he is in your house. He is in the Money Team mansion. That's what I can't get over. And that's the controversy. I want to say thank you to Steve Upshur Chambers. I'm kind of conflicted. I'm going to say it's a 50-50 fight. You know, if he's going to defeat Andre Berto is returning on August the 6th. September the 6th. I want you to just go back and research Floyd Mayweather. All you guys, go back and research Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao steroids. And the fact that it's just crazy. And this video is already 25 minutes long, so I guarantee you, there's going to be people down there, talking about like, you cheated me, you're a scam artist, and I'm not even going to see the end of the video. But I'm tired. I gotta watch this Jay Leon Love fight. There's something in my ear and I'm trying to hold my yawn. I want to say I'm TstreeT Controversy. Thank you to Real Combat Media. We're going to be doing some big things before the end of this year. I want to say once again, thank you to Steve Upshur Chambers providing me my first interview. That's going to go in the golden TstreeT Controversy controversial archive. And I want to say all the links to everything is below, and also the the full episode of Showtime All Access. Listen, to people that want to see it, because there's going to be a lot of people that saying, where is it at? Where can I find it? I'm telling you right now, if you don't have Showtime, as soon as it's uploaded, it's going to, as soon as it's uploaded, and by Showtime, the official Showtime site, is going to be available on Real Combat Media. Real Combat Media is the first link you see right there below. There's no better way I can tell you than that. So if people are mad, like, where's the real episode? You have to wait till the end for me to tell you, but it's right there below. TstreeT Controversy, TstreeT Controversy Live.